Guys, hello to the third time for today. That's just a little bit too much, I think, for me, but who even cares, right? So there is the third game. Which we'll see. Let me check the tables. I think I need some information about the current score. I suppose it's like one loss teams, yeah? So Burrito 0-1, yeah, 0-1, and AnchorForThrash is, yeah, in the same position. Whoa. Okay, at least it's like with this spawn, so it is watchable. But actually, this is so crappy. How do you expect to play with these? Pre-ranged packs, I mean, and the one only extra pack is militia. It's so disgusting. So guys are trying to do something the same, to walk to each other and try to clash their opponents, but in this case those two are close while their teammates are quite far away. It's no way that one axe fighter could stop you, really. You should hurry up as fast as possible. Here we can see Gollem is some kind of a snake or sausage whatsoever. So okay, one pack, one united pack, and well, a part of it doesn't work at all. Actually, I think it doesn't matter at all, as all those militias will just die, and no matter what. And we'll get situation where we have pure ranged against ranged, so whatever. And in this condition, it's the worst you can do is just move forward. Nah, I just don't want to comment it. Let's just wait how it will be finished. Seems like someone is defeated in this THOR. Well, it's not a huge lead because Bitcoin possesses only 8 bowmen, but difficult to expect some kind of performance in such conditions from any player. Because this is just a bad condition. And it seems like AnchorForThrash will get this. Because they have more ranged units alive. From the previous map. Well, that's boot, what can you say? He's even trying to strike back. He killed Bitcoin. And now he is satisfied. This is quite like a red plus blue, but actually its color is well, disappeared. How can I say that? Like dimmed, faded away, like this. And yeah, now it actually can be the same as your own blanket in the garage, in garage. Yeah. Because I just don't pay any attention of what I wear at home. Let's troll a little bit. Don't give no attention to that. We're just trolling a little bit. I don't remember which are two maps left. Equilibrium 4? Well, how I missed that. What was the last remained map? Let me guess.
О, бля, мы и не думали.
Yeah, I'll just oh, it's Icewind Valley. Yeah. So guys, that's how we made the draft. Not the best one actually, because I missed Equilibrium. But still. Silver Heaven, Dunes of Death, Waveonia, Petra. Probably we have enough time to play with him some fighting maps while they're drafting, but actually first 6 maps was banned kind of fast compared to some other cases. Minus those two. Which had new maps left? Arctic Warfare and Riverlands. And that's all. All the others were played at least once. I will probably have a co-caster for this one. We need beds. One moment. Here it is. Kinda funny, as all 7 people here are Russian speakers. Arctic Warfare, Chlisic, or Chlisic, or Chlisic, or Idei, I mean. I just think that somehow it will be Chlisic anyway. But just probably... Well, the choice is up to Bitcoin and Gollem, and I want to check the map they had on their previous game, and that was... Well, Frozen Fjords, so whatever. Idei and Frozen Fjords. Oh. That's a new one. I like it. Well, I looked through this map a little bit in the editor, and I just noticed a kinda big amount of both iron and gold mountains, combined with quite a small amount of free space for farms. Sorry, he said that he had 5 minutes to check the editor. That's quite funny. so-called level of preparation. About the location though, which are possible here? Atlantic warfare. Well, top versus bottom, or left versus right, and brackets less preferred. Well, as long as those guys are slow, I can probably... Nah. I will just check it in the game, as I have to do something in the beginning. Well, this game is going to be the 7th of 9, the second round. So one game will be tomorrow, at accordingly 20 set, as it is set right now. And the last one is still unknown, as there is no information about that. So it's top versus bottom, so guys chose here the bottom. Map created by THOR in 2012. That's quite old. I don't even know. Is it still good in 2024? So we'll see. Everyone is ready, so... Guys... Okay, let's check this out. This is only a random placement, not the initial amount of resource. Of course, this is not mirrored, as this location is not mirrored, so let us check. So those guys picked these locations on the bottom, I mean. I can count here like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, I'm not sure, 5 gold mountains combined with 5 iron mountains as well. Well, yeah, I'm just looking at this map and it looks so old-fashioned. But actually, I don't think that's bad. Especially in terms that it's difficult to draw something really interesting in winter colors. And in those old editors. It's quite a far iron. Actually, I'm just looking on this map, and the only thing I'm thinking about is how to make really strong and huge iron plus gold strategy here. Really. I mean, it's probably a little bit uncomfortable for this location, as this iron is really far away. Though, here is something the same, actually. As players... I mean, Gollem has to get this wood from the bottom. And there is no way to reach this iron in a fast way. So, something the same here. But... yeah. I suppose so. But gold is really convenient here. Compared to all the others. This iron is really high in the top, on the top, at the top of this map. But honestly, Boot has to build only boot cutters on the bottom, and well, okay, so I didn't pay attention to the placement of gold mountain. That is inconvenient. But honestly, it's okay. It's quite free here. These two are inconvenient. These three are, well, okay. The problem is with delivering, and if you make a mistake, you can find yourself in a serious trouble, as serfs won't deliver a gold ore to the metallurgists, for example, somewhere here. Well, actually, this coal placement is also a little bit off. I mean, there is no such trouble on all the rest of locations, but here, gold is really far away, so it's the same as here. Probably it's the same as... No, it's not. It doesn't seem like the same level of problem and trouble for the bottom teams. It's more like for the top ones, for top players. But yeah, this goal is really far away, and it's difficult to reach. Probably this location is really difficult. I mean, compared to all the others, there is by far more stuff you should do. I mean, reaching those 3 iron mines is not that difficult, but coal. Coal is something else. Okay, let us just wait. Of course, I'm repeating but once again. I would prefer here to play iron only or iron plus gold here on any location. But probably guys will just build the default because that's what they can do. And all my thoughts, all my plans here is just nothing. I've heard someone told me that well, iron only can be built only by a few players, but actually it should be easier compared to the default build, as you have one less branch of production, and I mean leather. I see those fast farms, though it's okay. That doesn't tell us anything, as mountains are really far away, and build only one farm is something which looks obvious. What about the battlefield, though? Well, it's decent, I think. Quite a narrow here, so probably all the players will gather in the center. But there is some place for flanking. I mean, not on a huge scale. How bad does gold have to be before you trade for gold? What exactly do you mean? You mean the conditions when you have to trade something for gold? Usually, you players trade some resources to gold in kind of late stages. I mean, compared to the 60 peace time, it's not something they do in the beginning. But probably they are a little bit late for with their third gold mine and metallurgists in terms of 60 peace time. And or maybe they just don't build it at all. I still see such cases. So probably then, if they have, for example, something extra, for example, wooden weapons, they trade it 1-to-1. Yeah, of course, I understand that this coal is really unpleasant, in really unpleasant position, but this is, I think, the worst position of coal mine I've seen during the tournament. Maybe just asked Classic about his opinion. He said that it was made by advanced AI. Well, not well. Well, for example, here it's decent. at least. Why here? Only 2 roads would allow you to mine a little bit more. The most successful THOR. Oh, I have quite a bad memories from THOR because of that poor system where it was like pseudo double elimination. When you can lose only in the first round and then you cannot lose at all. That was really weird. But yeah. Except that fact, that tournament was probably the first successful building tournament for 60 piece time at all, for all the times. It was 2020. As far as I remember, I didn't participate in that, but that was, you know, the clan time, the Russian army, and so some other like IG and so on. So I clearly remember those their emotions, like Kirillarius and all that guys, like Andrews, maybe Mercenary. This top left is imba good. Top left, you mean this one? Any issues? Well, probably. I'm just thinking that with all these big amount of iron mines and gold mines, it is better to make town hall strategies. And in terms of town hall, this is the worst location in my opinion, as because of this coal positioning, kinda unpleasant gold mine positions, as you cannot make a mistake with the amount of serfs or any gold distribution. Because if you don't have enough serfs, they won't bring gold ore here to metallurgists, and which means you are, well, fucked. But actually, I see a lot of farms. These dudes just don't care, I mean, at all. There's not enough here, just go with a big spammy base. We'll see, I don't know. I would still bet on Town Hall here. It's not... Oh, okay, not on Town Hall, but on Iron first, mostly. For example, on this location for sure. I see no reason not to play Town Hall here. To build default, you need to clear this space. To make a lot of wood production somewhere. And you have so pleasant location, for example, this gold, and this is also good. The only one is this, maybe a little bit far away, but because of wood production, still okay. Coal is like in the center of location, and iron is just you build here coal a little bit to the top, and here you can get rid of those, and the same is here. The only problem is probably the stone delivery, as I'm not sure that, for example, this placement of quarry would allow to get something from here. So yeah, that's probably some kind of a hidden disadvantage. But still. Probably here as well. The only problem here is to reach this iron. But yeah, it seems like a really old school map. Both for design and for the placement of resources. You know, back to that times, iron was considered as too strong, and as we can remember in 2020, that was, I suppose, like versions 27636 or 3392, those versions. And back to those time, the initial level of satiety was higher. It's not like 60%, but probably 75 or something like that. And back to that times, people just don't give, I mean, paid any attention to food, as it was enough with just a small amount of farms for whatever reasons, and players just focused all on iron, and that far location of iron could balance it somehow. But now the times are really different right now, and iron is not that dominant, mostly because of the reasons of this satiety level. So just now players just have to build farms and economic oriented and relying on these farms. And this highly remoted iron is problematic. Yeah, and also Bowman was weaker by far, so there were no strong leather unit back to this time. Back to that time. So X-bows were really imba. Hello, Max. We are just watching on some kind of an ancient relic. Sometimes I miss those times. Well. Probably one game of map like Dead of Winter can restore me. Are you playing a new tournament? Not now, I think. And not in the next 2 months at least. Well, for now we have the Thunders tournament, so I don't have any plans. This coal mine is just something. Peace time, maybe. I had such intentions, and probably I will. But I'm still not sure, because of some reasons. Prize pool for the previous 35 peacetime tournament. There was no prize pool at all. Probably I will, probably I won't. The reason is I really want to make another 35 peacetime tournament because the first one was really good. And almost everyone enjoyed it. But the problem is, there are two problems. First of them is that if I want to make a tournament, I can do it, I can organize it in 6-7-20. Because there we have some players who actually played 35 peacetime. But probably making it in beta would be better. But to do that, we need the players who will play 35 in beta. I mean, before the tournament, we have to move completely to beta. As the gameplay in 35 peacetime is really different in those two versions. It's not like here. Here you can just learn one extra strategy for at least this is what I see right now. Only one extra strategy, which is actually looks like easier to make, gold plus iron. While on 35 peacetime, the gameplay with Town Hall is actually more difficult. The price pool. Well, it's easier to upper on this compared to 0, as it was previously. The problem is that 35 as a game mode is good only if you play it 3 versus 3 at least. And 4 versus 4 at best, probably. 6 versus 6 is just an arcade, so whatever. What I want to say is that if I want to make a prize pool, it should be big enough for 4 winners. Which is probably what we will get. But it also means that the prize will be only for the winner and not for the like second place or third. Yeah, that was the second problem why I don't want to make it right now. Well, this is disgusting. The second is that I would probably pay more attention to some videos or something like that to like how I need to choose the right word here. Just to attract some new players or beginners to all of these movements, because for now I see that actually back in the times of guilds or clans, guys at least paid some attention to educate new players just to crash your opponent's asses. And now actually players usually only care about themselves. So it's difficult to get some new players, new faces to our community. And especially with those maps like Schleswig in the Forest, which are really good by itself. But the problem is that they are more difficult to play. And for beginners, it's obviously a lot of, by far easier to play on Eruption or Silver Heaven compared to Schleswig in the Desert. How to organize? Well, we've had one tournament. We had 24 participants divided into 6 teams, which were drafted by 6 captains before that. And this tournament was held in 2 weeks. And the format was round robin. I mean, every team played the 5 games in 2 weeks. And I just remind, 4 versus 4 format. That's why I really don't like the Thunder's decision to make the deadline for the first week for the first round like 2 weeks. Nah. Players don't need that much time. And the tournaments are really good when they are short, but intense. It's pleasant to play, it's pleasant then to comment, and so on. And when it's like lasting for 2 months and you actually you can be in one mood in the beginning and then in the other in the end, which can also affect your results. Well, actually I'm just talking here a little so much, but what can I say? I see one this is the third game actually I'm observing today, and I see another default strategy here, so I just don't know what to comment here. These graphs are pretty equal for now. Probably here we can see some difference, but actually I'm just looking at all of it and I don't see anything. Probably some timber difference, but actually it's not about timbers, it's about... Yeah, it's about timbers, but not wood overall. Because he stored 18th tree trunks for some reason. He's still enough with all this, though. So yeah. Mandas tournament. Actually, I don't know what tournament was organized by Mandas. I don't know such thing. But yeah. Millionaire by now. He should be some kind of a joke that I can be a ruble millionaire because of the ruble course on the market right now. But never mind. That would be true if I get dollars or euros. So whatever. So yeah, that's what I think about the tournaments. There were a lot of tournaments this year, at least fighting ones. So probably I'm just a little bit tired of them, and I think it's more important now to focus on some kind of different stuff. Who wants the previous today? Well, there were two teams which were playing against Motherland and SoundCloud. So the result is according to that information. Actually, it was. Let me check. It was Motherland versus Hell Kitty and SoundCloud versus Orcs of Gundabad. Actually, the game between SoundCloud versus Orcs was quite close. It was short, but close. The Mithrilos had 3 knights survived, which won them the game. Otherwise, it would be a draw situation, or even the favorite for Orcs. Some traffic jams here. And this is the third one. The most interesting game for now, it's still a game versus PN team versus... who was that? It was General Stalin Regis. Oh, actually, I finally have my co-caster with me, I suppose. Hello, Mr. То есть, Камрад Сергей Вячеславович.
Hello, comrade. Vladimir, son of Konstantin.
Thank you. Actually, I was chatting with, well, guess who chats, and I didn't pay any attention to the game, so.
Funny.
Actually, this.
And I wanted to ask what happened here.
It actually looks like something the same default strategies on this map, so even in terms of numbers, they are. Just look at numbers of wares produced, so it's quite an equal game. That's all.
Any predictions?
No idea for now. I'm just looking through the number of buildings, for example, farms. Probably Bitcoin is a little bit behind in that terms. I'm just looking on every stuff here, and I find it equal. So it's difficult for me to make some predictions here. I checked the classic stream for a little bit, and here there some people wrote that bottom locations are preferable here, but in terms of default strategies, they're really equal. I could find some really strong disadvantages for example, for Thor's location, because not pleasant location of coal and some iron mountains. But as they are playing default, it doesn't matter.
I can say that bottom is just much better. This location, top right, is just wonderful, in my opinion.
Top right? Yeah, I mean top left is nah. But actually Thunder said that he, back in the old good times, he made some farm-oriented economy here without paying that many attention to the iron, and he was pretty okay. But that was Thunder, and that was really far ago, so it's for you to decide what to do with that information.
Yeah, thank you. I don't like this stuff.
You mean mills?
And they actually all are going mills. I mean, all bottom team.
Probably a habit from Chlisich and all the other stuff, but actually the amount of food here is quite high.
Yeah.
So it's
Crazy
no
high.
need. It's no need in that. Probably, just probably, Bitcoin has his stables, and it can be like quite an early stables because he has only one swine farm only now, for now, and that's probably the stables for maybe the first or the second building of the code consumers. So that's probably he decided to build the mill. And as for Golem, I have no idea. It's really early because he still has 9 fish and 10 wine barrels.
Yeah, I don't get it. That's why. Told about it. This is something weird, really. This school is just, I would say, amazing. I mean, you have all smelters, all metallurgists at top left of your town, and here you want to place something like butcher.
If
maybe,
If I were 4, I would place just 2 wine fields on both sides of that road in front of the second school, and call it a design.
Okay, okay.
Because it will look like a typical administration of a city.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to check some statistics. Maybe I see that the wearers are really equal for all of these players, but probably there are some difference. For example, in terms of corn, Golem is far behind compared to Boot. But somehow Boot is also ahead in terms of iron ore. But he is low in timbers. 6 woodcutters him for now. Probably it was late third sawmill. So that's why. That actually lead in amount of corn is not something ultimate. As it should be followed by, for example, stables. Or needed amount of amount of timbers, I mean, wooden weapons. Also, his barracks, I mean, Boots one is well, interesting as if he fight against the top and not against the bottom.
I don't know what the hell is going on with this connection troubles today.
Yeah,
They're really weird.
I experienced it once. It wasn't pleasant, and there is no that many servers available on beta.
I mean, all is working right now in Knights and Merchants, and Discord just stopped responding.
So it swapped, like it was the
Yeah, in game it was just awful. But it's good that it was only once per building stage.
What do you think about 26 tree trunks stored by Golem?
Do we play some card game right now? Or what? Okay, 39 timber. Oh, 40.
42.
Your turn.
Let me check. Now that's meh. Okay, I agree on a draw. Because
I mean,
I don't see
both teams have just some weird decisions.
25 logs. Okay, that was 26, sorry.
To be honest, there is a reason to make it. I think that it's not that bad.
To make a lot of wooden weapons,
timber.
of course.
I mean, wood actually is just same like iron and gold mines. If you don't take out tree logs from woodcutters, they just are not working like mines, and later you might experience some wood troubles. But I'm not sure that that many logs that serfs will take it all out. That's what I'm trying to say.
I also have a thought that probably Golem could build, for example, 2 wineries instead of mill. And that is probably a good decision.
Maybe.
It might be. Well, they have so many timbers or tree trunks on the storehouse because there are a lot of them on the map. So they just cut them somehow. For example, Bitcoin, if you pay attention to his wooden production here. So
That's just something.
he could also
Funny.
open it. He actually opened it, but probably the first priority in this region for him is iron or gold ore delivery. I always mistake in iron and gold ore for some
I mean,
reason.
since I see that he has enough serfs to deliver all these tree trunks, he actually saved a lot of time by taking them to storehouse. Because you should bring it from here and not from
He's
here.
10 serves short compared to all the other players. And actually,
Yeah, but
this
his
is
town is compact and not that bad roads. I would actually say they are good.
This one road to the bottom can be a little bit overloaded, especially right now when a lot of serfs decided to move to bottom to get some gold ore and tree trunks as well.
You know what's funny?
Hmm?
I'm watching your stream and you are talking about Bitcoin and I'm talking about Golem. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Some communication issues. Funny.
Well, once again, and what's wrong with Golem here? Well, he's
mean-
he's compact. Yeah, I was talking about the Bitcoin.
Yeah, I see.
And Bitcoin is 10 serfs short.
Yeah, this you were talking about this.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
weird.
and yeah, I pinged on this one, so that's what I mean. It's gold and wood delivery. Yeah, at least it works for Golem here. So he opened and he delivers those. Therefore, his bottom wood production is actually working.
And by the way, you can see that serfs are taking out these 3 logs.
Yeah,
Only
not-
20 remain.
6 are left. Well, let me check the graphs. Still equal, maybe Bitcoin is a little... it doesn't count at all. He's ahead in terms of produced weapons, though. As he made a lot of wooden weapons by now.
Yeah, but I don't see how he will cover all of it.
With
leather.
select the chunk the resource graph. No stock, no corn stock. Just look the resources and compare the current amount of corn. It's like 41, 34, 8, and 13. So it means that bottom team has a lot of extra corn, which they don't use.
By the way, I'm very
For-
surprised by graphs that Golem has less corn than others. I mean, if you will see in
That's-
stats, not here.
He's going to catch up. Because, as you can see, he just started to produce it later.
Yeah,
But the difference is not that huge.
and he already made a marketplace. But he's not trading something.
Actually, I wonder why the top team abandoned. Well, at least they built their stables really late. No horses for Boot, no stables for THOR still, And while Golem doesn't have a stables either, his teammate has 11 already.
Something weird is happening here.
Oh, jolero.
Poo.
Yeah, poo moment. And he's making a side road by, well, not when it
I'm
probably
not
supposed
sure that
supposed
will
to
help.
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would probably expect something on the left.
I'm trying to understand who's weaker than others right now.
In terms of all the resources, they are equal. It's the only thing which is left is to guess how will they balance all the resources after all. Because probably they are equal, but if you have, for example, a lot of leather jackets but no wooden weapons, which I saw in the previous game, therefore you are in trouble. That was by Yarda. He made the biggest amount of leather jackets, even more than W33, but he, for example, after releasing his army, he had 30 leather armor in the barracks without wooden weapons.
Market is your savior.
It's not a saver, it's just like an option how to soften the trouble. But actually you probably still want to somehow get more wooden weapons and release all of that army. And not just trade them. But unfortunately they didn't have enough time to do that. For example, for now, if we look on the graph of weapon produced, Bitcoin is ahead, but if we look at his barracks, we can see only 15 leather jackets compared to 37 bows, which cannot be used directly anyhow. So the only thing that you can do with them is trade. And as you...
He's not switching to Axis, and that's a mistake.
That's what can be
He will
usual.
never have more than 40 leather here.
Well, as there are only 4 minutes and a couple until the peacetime end. And I
His
see on the
last wine farm was made just a few minutes ago, and it will not produce something.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the graph of the resource graph, and I see that he has nothing in stock. Probably his he will have like 25 or something like that. I mean leather armor, not even 40, not even close to 40. For now it's 9. Okay, it's 19, 27 maybe.
But to be honest, compared to Thor, it looks not that bad. I would say it looks much better.
I only see that he made by far more wooden weapons, but their army, if they will release it right now, are equal. I mean, literally.
Not
Not
equal,
because of
just,
horses. Okay, horses is the
yeah.
difference. Okay.
And the right side, Boot is making much better right now.
In terms of iron, I agree, but it must be followed by the amount of recruits. Let me see.
Yeah,
He has no
true.
stock. He has no stock of gold. Though the free metallurgists are here and they are. Let me check. They are all working and have something in stock, so it's okay.
I don't see the third school.
There is
Yeah,
no.
He's not making it.
2 schools is actually not a bad choice, as he doesn't have any stock, so it's just okay. While Golem has enough recruits, but not enough weapons. But actually, we should count the boot as a factor, you know, because he can sometimes do some really weird mistakes of army control. And that's sad. So it's just 14 knights by Bitcoin versus some kind of a little bit like 10 swords and 10 don't even know who. Maybe axes, maybe lances. Made by boot. And no towers here. By almost everyone.
It's actually very funny to see that Gollem has less iron than at any default map. But here there are 5 iron mines.
Well, those 3 are really far located, and
Yeah, they are far. That's true. But anyway, it's a little weird.
it's more surprising for me that he still actually has 20 logs in the storehouse, and he paid attention to something else, but I don't see the result of that. For example, here I can say that though there is only 24 leather jackets in Bitcoin's barracks, I know that he spent his corn to 14 knights, and 14 knights is not a joke.
I mean, if only these would be bows, but not lances. He has not that bad army, after all, compared to Bitcoin.
Well, actually, I've seen so many situations when those anti-cavalry units just fight it against swordsmen, and
Yeah,
not.
I just think that it would be better in this situation to
Of
have
course.
bows instead of them.
It gives some restrictions to the knight's owner in movements, but still, it's what they can cope with. I mean, you usually know that. Okay, so he's probably dead. You know that you usually want to split your anti-cavalry units into 2 parts on the different sides of your like unit
I would
order.
even say that you don't want to put it into fight until you see enemy forces doing something. That's just terrible. I think. I mean,
-4. Okay,
on.
he traded.
Yeah, he killed something, but it's not worth.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. Defeated. So we can. It's like 6 bows and 3 axes to 4 knights. Nah, 4 knights is by far better result.
I would say that top team has just very good chances to win this. They just should control. I don't like what he is doing, to be honest.
He's
He should go to the left to his teammate right now. And what is he doing? I don't get it. Just Golem will come to the left side, and they will.
He's going to do that, yeah, right now, and
It's
for
GG already.
probably well, Thor need to flee, but it's nowhere to flee right now. Well, actually, a lot of infantry units here for Thor is actually good, but that is what I told you about
Yeah.
those guys.
Let's go on swords, catch them. And he's still standing. He's controlling bows to go there, but here,
Boot moment, what can I say? He's moving.
yeah, it's too late. It's crazy late.
Yes, Thor is already dead.
That's sad. I mean, they really had good chances.
XD. That's a command by Classic here.
I would even say that Boot has really nice chances right now.
He
to
still
defeat
has a
them.
chance to defeat them
Yeah,
both, but
one-
the damage to economic, yeah.
1 versus 2. He really can do that. I mean, I believe in this.
He's doing some stuff with his knights, knight hero, but knight is dead already, so...
I just don't get what happened there.
So 6 swords and 1 knight is in Thor's town. That's not that many.
Yeah, but he can't manage it.
I mean, they will not kill that many.
It would be better right now
citizens.
to close barracks.
So, well. mm,
But will defeat it.
he will, but this is sausage like. Well, Thor is already type GG, but that's quite a throw. And do you know that stuff we tested previously? Just look at this sword spec.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
That's so sad. Really. Poo.
Poo. Fighting is not a joke, guys.
Спасибо, Клим Саныч. Старались.
They actually were better in terms of stats.
Пятикратно.
They
переваренный
released
кал.
more soldiers.
But they were worse by far. I mean, when you equip 57 soldiers and kill in 76, well, that means something.
It's not even about fighting, it's about decision making. If you're playing that small map,
For some
it's just a mistake to go to the side.
You know what's the most funniest thing? I'm just I haven't left the lobby and I'm watching at this and I see 11 lance carriers, 15 swords and some 15 bows against somewhere 46 bows and only 8 pikes. I know that 15 swords will just kill it and crush it, but they already left the game.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Because actually, if Boot is in good...
Gollem can release a lot, I think, and no...
He cannot, though, because he
barracks.
don't have enough wooden weapons. Like at all. Bitcoin can. But these are mostly ranged and some... Yeah, he could. So, yeah. No, I don't think that's about decision making, it's just about the absence of decisions, I think. He just released his army there, and I mentioned about this position of barracks earlier, because you would probably better make it on the bottom to release your army faster and get some more information about the battlefield. But yeah,
I
it's
just wanted to make it soft, not like this.
Well,
That's
okay.
why. Right now I'm trying to understand, did they actually see that Gollem was going there?
No. I was watching with their vision, and Boot was probably late by 20
Boot,
seconds.
saw the sword fighters.
He saw,
for
but it was like 20 seconds or something like that. Let me check in the replay menu.
That's sad. But once again, comparing locations, top right location here did more than bottom right.
Well, yeah. Because I was comparing this location in only terms of iron plus gold and not about the default, so yeah. In graphs, the top team had some kind of advantage, not the big one though. But yeah, it was all about the control and knights, where knights just pushed to the infantry when you anti-cavalry, just chilling and not doing what they're supposed to do. Well, I'm a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
So I
Sad.
just want to know.
What was the best game today?
Well,
in your opinion?
you asking me? Well, I would prefer to not to choose at all, but because they were just pretty meh. But probably the previous one, it's SoundCloud versus Orcs, because it was quite unexpectedly close for me.
I completely missed this game. I saw only when you were watching replay. Need to see it.
Okay, it was closer
very
than I
interesting
thought,
what
and
happened
actually
there.
it was a good fight for Orcs, because Double 33 just threw his knights. But it was just not enough because of building economic mistakes. So yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
that's
wondering.
true.
So, well, let me check.
And to be honest, by the way,
Okay, so here he is.
I want to send this for you.
It was a 17-second. Well, okay, that was by far longer. So he decided to move his bows, but
He started
late
moving right
after
after he saw archers there.
yeah, but not right after though. But it was 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Yeah, that's quite
mean,
a lot.
Thor was already down there.
Yeah,
when he started moving.
it was 50 seconds to react, and that's really too much.
That's,
But still, GG was typed too early still, because he could crush.
could.
Despite of that, all could just crush them all with Lord's army, and probably do something in the future, but for lost his barracks anyway, had lost his barracks. Okay, so what do we have now?
I guess that's it for today.
I hope
many
so.
games
Yeah,
are
that
left
that screenshot
at
you've
round
sent
2?
me is amazing. I must say,
Amazing.
amazing one.
It's just related to the question that top locations are bad here.
Not at all. Not at all. I just wanted to show the bracket.
Yeah, let's see. I guess only 2 games remained.
Yeah, two games. So that is the current situation, except the fact that Burrito is 0-2 and AnchorForThrash is 1-1 for now. All the others you can see here. And we also have a game PN versus some guys I don't remember who, like CNC, Carrot and Celery. And this is going to be tomorrow. This is still no detailed information, so whatever.
Probably.
Probably, yeah, just probably.
Yeah. We'll see. I hope they will play
I see 2 lobbies
not too late.
in beta. I actually don't know whether I want to play right now or not. Probably I will. So I'll restart my stream and start playing.
I think I will just watch.
I will ask Classic.
Играть можно, но без удовольствия. Бля. Пикнуть бы вафли, вот. Хорошая карта, но без удовольствия. Да, Скайп. Я так и поверил тебе. Нет, я стримить дальше не буду. Я уже устал.
Okay, so Classic is tired.
Looks like you were asking too long. Ah, okay. There is one space for you. Should I write to lock it? Ask.
I'll just come right now.
Just in time.
So let me restart.